technically on roster a 10th grade student, but she's actually a full-time student at Clayton State University, actually working on her bachelor's degree at age 15. Has done a lot of public speaking, been in Jet Magazine, gotten proclamation, but now she's our VP of Education. So there are students who want advice about how to write a speech, how to organize a speech. If you want to sign up to do a role, you want to sign up for a speech, you will talk to our VP of Education, which will be our third speaker. Please welcome Ronni Wells.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
My name is Ronni Wells, and I'd like to start my speech with a story. There's a person around the age of 8 years old, and they were really fascinated with anything computers, the software, the programs, the makeup, anything computers, you name it, they knew it. And as time passed, this fascination turned into an obsession. So they would get everything they knew about computers, get all the knowledge they could, and then one day they had a sudden realization. The world could benefit from the knowledge I know from computers. So why can't I share my passion with computers than I can with the world? So that's what they did. After that day after day, week after week, month after month, they continued to add piece by piece to this little plan to form from that sudden realization. And then by the age of 16, the plan was probably pretty adequate. It was pretty complete to them. However, it wasn't as easy as it seemed. There were times when they would hear little voices of self-doubt as, what are you thinking? Did you really think you could do this? Nevertheless, they decided to disregard those voices. So they pushed them back in hopes that it wouldn't come back. Or so they thought. Thanks to a little birdie, they received a call from an investor that they were interested in figuring out what their plan was about. So through numerous emails and phone calls, they finally set a time and a date for a meeting. So when they first heard the news, they were shocked. They couldn't believe that something like this could actually happen to them. And after the initial shock wore off eventually, they started to make minor improvements or polish it up a bit to make the overall plan perfect. The meeting was approaching sooner and sooner, and those minor improvements became a daily ritual. Every day, if they hadn't added something, it was as if everything they did that day was pointless. And also, those little voices, they came back in tenfold, in a size so unimaginable, it's no surprise what happened later on. So, those little voices I mentioned, what if I fail? What if this falls through? Did I do enough? Did you think they'll like it? Could I have done more? Did I forget something? Wait, did I go over the finances again? Do I have enough money? If I don't have enough money, how will I get the rest? Will somebody support me? Will somebody sponsor me? What am I thinking? I'm only 16. They didn't show up to the meeting. Too busy pondering the what ifs and the what could have been. Oh, and the investor, they found someone else. Someone who was willing to take the next step. As time passed, the person was full of regret and wondering, what did I plan? And also the plan, it practically became one with the dust on the shelf. But wait, everything has a time. It just so happened to be theirs. And you would think someone who would have this elaborate plan for this big idea, the next big thing, would have planned for life after. Not quite. Since no one was there to claim their belongings, they had random people assigned to clear the house. And one of them were just a bit too curious. And they actually came in contact with this large binder protruding with tabs and sticky notes and markings. And even more intrigued, they decided to take a look. 10 years later, the plan is one of the largest and most widely used computer software programs in the world. I wonder who the investor was. It's sad how the original owner was never acknowledged or recognized or given credit for their work. But I guess another one's loss is another's gain. Now, whose story is this, I wonder? What famous entrepreneur or billionaire had this story? Truth is, it's not any of theirs. It's yours. from your own success. This concept, it's 4 letters, 1 syllable. It holds the unimaginable power to silence a nation. This concept is fear. So, what comes to mind when you think of fear? The feeling of being afraid or scared, or this endless list of phobias that people claim to have. Well, my definition of fear is a bit different. Fear. F stands for failure. It's not always failing in what you're achieving to do, but failing in oneself. So you begin to second guess and doubt yourself. You question yourself and your abilities. What if I fail? What if this falls through? What if I can't handle this? These little voices, that's where they arise. You find every excuse not to do something. Change failure to finding. Finding every reason why you should do it, or why it should, could, or can work. Or why you're capable of doing this. Next is E. E is for expenses. It's not always money. It can also be time and effort. How much will this cost me? How much do I have? How much time will this take? How much money, time, and effort am I willing to invest? Instead, although that's important, you should be more concerned with the end result. Looking forward to the future, not with the what if I fall through mentality, but whose paycheck am I signing next? Or how will I evenly distribute my profits and savings for my will? Look forward to the future. Furthermore is A. A is for appearance. What will it look like? What will the people think? How will they view this? You shouldn't be so concerned with how it looks, but rather the advantages. How will it benefit the people? How will it benefit me? How will it benefit everyone? Or, what could I have done to make this so auspicious, so promising, that this idea would be impossible to give up? And lastly is R, which is for restrictions. Any limits or impediments that we put on ourselves or due to circumstances we think we have. Any barriers or boundaries that stop us from success is not. So instead of focusing on things that can stop our success, focus on things that put them forth. Resources. What do I have? Who do I know that can help me extend my plan further than it could have been? Or what support can I have or can I acquire, do I already have, that can help me? It could be an actual person or it could be your intellectual property. What's up here? Whatever you can do, whatever you have, that'll take you to that next level. Fear. Failure, expenses, appearance, and restrictions. These are the factors that will hinder your success. Don't make that mistake. So instead, change your mindset. Fear has now become findings, end results, advantages, and resources.